I'm trying to be the Jordan Peterson of the left. I've decided I'm starting to do that. Hey, it's time for Dick Talk Tuesday. All right, everybody. Dick update. Here we go. Let's talk about it. How many times did you watch porn this week? I want those numbers way down, fellas. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. All right. How are you liking the new season of Apothecary Diaries? Oh, you know me. I'm a big Apothecary head. Yep. I really like some of the new characters they introduced this season and also how they developed on some of the past ones. Joe, what do you think of season 2 finale of Blue Lock? I liked when they animated. They did. It was animated. That's true. Thoughts on the new Dragon Ball season? They're still making Dragon Ball? How many times in Dragon Ball have they found all the Dragon Balls and used the wish, and then they've gone and scattered again and they have to find them again? How many times has that happened? Dozens? Like 50 times. At least once. Too many to count? Tons of times? Okay. If they gathered them and wished for Goku to not be such an overpowered motherfucker, would it do it? Is there a limit on the wish or no? They're not even a goal now. They're just a tool. They just keep them in the fridge and they just like whip them out whenever they need to do something. Can you wish for more wishes? Can you add a conjunction at the end? Can you say, I wish for X and to also know where all of the rest, where the Dragon Balls are going to be next time? Or I wish the Dragon Balls won't go away. They have gathered them so many times that Bulma regularly uses them for cosmetic adjustments to keep herself young. Why doesn't she just wish to be eternally young once and then it'd be done? Is she stupid? Yeah, she is? Oh, okay, well, that tracks then. She used it to make her ass fatter with the Dragon Balls, Joe. That's canon. Really? And then did Goku go up to her and be like, yo, girl, is all of you from Brazil or just your butt? Do you still believe that Max from Life is Strange can beat Goku in a fight? Yes, absolutely. 100%. Unless he also has time powers that I don't know about. All she has to do is, like, flick his nose while in time freeze, and he will just be obliterated. Depends on how the time travel powers work, actually. If it doesn't work that way, then no, it wouldn't work. Goku has already beaten someone with time stop, I think. Were they stupid? Is Max smart? That's true. You got a point. All right, maybe Goku would win. Hey, Joe, glad to catch you live. I only finished my degree because I convinced myself that you couldn't release the video until I handed in my thesis and people were going to be mad at you because of me. Well, I'm sorry. Thank you for rushing to do that. Unfortunately, it wasn't true, but hey, now you have your degree. I'm doing something similar where I think it's my fault that Silksong is not out. They're just waiting for Witcher 3 because Team Cherry is like, you know what we need to do? We need to get Joseph Anderson to play test all of Silksong before it comes out, but he's too busy with that video, so let's just wait for that video to be done, and then we can fly him out, all expenses paid, treat him like a king to get him to play all the way through Silksong, get him to make a video for us before the game comes out, and then we'll watch it and make all of that changes, and then we'll release it. And they're just committed to the bit. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. I'm not arrogant. Can I get a recap of the game so far? I missed the first 2.5-ish hours. All right, so there's this family called the Ushirimio family. They live on an island called Rockinjima, or at least some of them do. And the patriarch is about to die, and the rest of the family members are there to like pick apart the corpse of the inheritance before. And we play as Yi, who doesn't want the inheritance, but also doesn't want anyone else to get it. So he's gonna fucking kill everybody, and then he's gonna get the inheritance, and he's gonna say, Lamayo, I don't want it, and then he's just gonna burn it. That's what's going on. Also, there's a guy named Waffle Satapon. Would you rather drink piss that tastes like wine, or wine that tastes like piss? I mean, it's easily just drink wine that tastes like piss, right? Because I don't want to drink piss. Sorry, hold on. Did I say it wrong? Easily drink whatever one's not piss. Why not? I don't want to drink piss. I'd say easily it's the other one. What? So you'd be okay with eating poop if it tasted good? Hold on, this is the chat that thinks that looks don't matter. So, like, if there was a glass of like shitty colored water and another glass of water that looked nice and clear and appetizing, but they were both like equally the same, they're not going to hurt you or anything like that, and they taste the same, you'd be like, they're the same glass to me. Poop has bacteria, piss doesn't. Piss is surely toxic in some cases, is it not? There's no way you can just freely drink that. No, it's not. There's no... What do you mean? Of course it is, yeah. Exactly. Not unless you drink it multiple times. It gets more concentrated the more you drink it. This is definitely a Twitch chat of all time. This is how it is almost all the time here. Fucking chat just loves discussing piss for some reason. I don't know why. Piss is sterile. Just because in one episode, Dr. House like saw fucking someone, like his piss bag burst open in the middle of the room and he said, "Piss is sterile, who cares?" Doesn't mean that you can just drink as much as you want, okay? Sink's punching the air right now. You've ruined so many basic words and phrases for me. Additionally, I now randomly hum the Persona 4 theme, even though I've never played it. Sorry. What's your favorite gacha game with anime girls? ZZZ. Hope to play it one day. That blonde with the legs, man. And then you say, which one? And I'll be like, exactly. It doesn't narrow it down. What a great game. I quite enjoy ZZZ. Is ZZZ, ZZZ I could play on Mondays and it would still be me sleeping, right? It's an action game? Okay. It's probably bad, right? That's the one where you can pay for feet pics, right? Like you can get like gacha pulls if you in exchange for feet pics. Wow, casuals win again. What was your favorite boss arena in this game so far? Both flavor and gameplay. Boss arena? Probably Lady Ethereal. Probably Lady Ethereal is gonna take it for all of them. It just looked really cool. I didn't like the visual design of that boss, but the way the boss moved around was pretty good. Like I said, I'm not a furry yet, so I'm not into it. Sorry. Sorry for another quick question, but do you have advice for people wanting to write more often? Write every single day, no exceptions. Even if you end up not doing anything, just have some set aside writing time every single day. Unless you're having like, I don't know, there's a funeral you really have to catch, you don't want to miss it. Like, I don't know, like just every single day, most days of the year. Even if you just sit there and just stare at the cursor blinking for a fucking hour and you don't do anything else, don't alt tab out, don't have like a TV on the background, no distractions, you sit there, you do your hour. If it turns out you don't do anything, okay, that's fine, but the next day you do it again until finally you will write just out of sheer boredom. Sometimes you have to force yourself. There's no such thing as writer's block. If you can't write because your dad just died or like you're going through like a bad breakup or like, you know, something like that is not writer's block. That is just normal ass like shit's going on in your life. That is not writer's block. You can also do the 5-minute strategy. Just tell yourself, I'm not gonna like, brain, we don't have to sit here and do like hours and hours and hours of this thing that we're kind of resistant to do, but we're just going to do 5 minutes. You'd be very surprised how much stuff can be happen when you can do like 5-minute increments, and usually you do more than 5 minutes. Same thing works for the gym. You know, just go to the gym. You know what? We don't have to commit to doing a full workout. We're just going to go to the gym. We're just going to lift weights around for 20 minutes. When I was sick with COVID, and I was feeling better, and I could have gone back to the gym, but I didn't want to go yet because I thought I might have been still contagious, and I didn't want to give other people COVID. I still would walk all the way to the gym, and then just not do it, and then I would walk back afterwards, just to keep the habit of like going out and having that as part of my routine. The opposite can be done for addictions too. What do you mean? Like we're not gonna masturbate for 8 hours straight. We're only gonna do it for an hour tonight. Like you can wean yourself off addictions. I'm not sure about that. Maybe. I think weaning yourself off something like that is usually good for not having to go through like a shock when you go through withdrawal or something, right? I'm not sure. What? Hey, porn addiction's a real thing, man. I would say like porn addiction is probably maybe the most common addiction that is like hitting our generation. Like, why do you go for porn? Because I want my like comparisons and everything to be as relatable as possible. You know, the generation that's currently not old, the current working generation. Sorry if this is like an awkward topic or anything. I feel like I need to justify something I said a second ago. My understanding is that porn addiction can be so bad for a lot of young men in today's generation that some of them, when they finally do get like a girlfriend for the first time after having like a crippling porn addiction, are so set in their ways and have, let's say the guy's name is Steve, and have destroyed their little Steve so much that they actually cannot perform for their girlfriend even though they're so excited. Like, and they can't, you know, they can't get to the grand finale. Let's put it that way. Like they've been a little too rough with Steve, okay? So like, it's not a joke. I'm not trying to make it sound funny or anything like that. I'm just trying to like make it a little, you know, more PG-13 than to be, you know, really explicit. Maybe I should be explicit though. Maybe I should just be more direct. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly clear what the rules are. That's why I'm always a little kind of leery of being explicit on stream. So yeah, it's a real problem. And if you were in that position, you know, you don't have to say it in chat. Like, we don't need to know about it, because I don't want anyone to feel embarrassed or put off or anything like that. But if you are in that position, or you think you are in that position, I would say as soon as you possibly can start working on that, the better, because it takes a while to like undo that amount of like damage and dependency that you might have on something like that. That's horrible. Sorry, what is this conversation? We pivot to different conversations as time goes on. I'm trying to be the Jordan Peterson of the left. I've decided I'm starting to do that. I don't think you're wrong. I just be careful about making statements about how common it actually is with actual numbers. You are never going to get actual numbers about this. Like, this is something you can't get actual numbers. So the fact that that I see enough discussions about it, I think warrants saying that it is common, or common enough that it is a problem that some people in the audience might have. Right? You're never going to get numbers about this. Even with like a research grant or whatever, like, people aren't going to fucking talk about it. Honestly, I love the for no reason at all bit. It feels a bit better than I just read this from chat, even though if we all know what happened. I don't always say for no reason at all because I read something in chat. Sometimes it's like I have a sixth sense, but sometimes I do, yeah. Not just that, they also try to imitate what they see in Korn because they don't understand it's not real, it's a performance. Really? Okay, if you're, you know, a teenager, fine, but I feel like you have to be pretty fucking stupid to not understand that porn is not real life. I guess maybe some people can be slow about that. I don't know. Then again, maybe I'm being dumb right now. Maybe I'm thinking like in the most like the most obvious aggressive ways, when maybe it's a bit more subtle than that. Maybe it's like how people treat each other in porn. Outside the obvious things is also fake, and people don't know that, right? Like, I don't know. It's the same as people thinking movies are real. Yeah, but like, maybe if it was like a sport, like if people were playing tennis or something in a movie and you had never played tennis before, so you don't know any different, then I guess maybe like, well that's how it was in the movie. That's how people play tennis. It's kind of related to what we spoke about last time we were playing Nine Souls, I think, which is like how a lot of people learn how to think and talk and even communicate, and how dramatic they are from a lot of TV shows and movies. And the current contemporary media at the time really dictates how the culture moves forward, but also how people interact with each other in day-to-day life as well, which is kind of scary. So like, it makes sense in a way, but at the same time, I guess it sounds funny because like, haha, like, well, people think that if the plumber shows up, there's a chance that he might fuck you, and let me tell you, that's true. But like, no, I shouldn't joke. Like, obviously, that's not what people are getting wrong. Instead, what people are getting wrong is like the sex part, because they don't know any different, right? That said, you definitely, certain kinds of adult material, you definitely can learn from them. Some are actually just straight up instructional, so you can learn from that too. But in other ways, yeah, you definitely can learn. It depends on what you're doing. Instructional. Again, though, to repeat the joke, I prefer encouragement. That's why I'm called Joe. But yeah, I'm not talking about those videos. I'm talking about like actual, like, hey, we're gonna teach you how to do this today, and Linus sex tips, you know? What's your favorite Blackpink song? The one that goes Blackpink in your area? Regarding the real, not real thing, I think porn production has changed so severely with the rise of spaces like OnlyFans and even cam live streams, which is what Twitch emulated, which are focused on providing a feeling of authenticity. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's strange that industry is so large, and there's so many people that like go in for that. I don't know. It's really out of my area, though, so I don't really know much about it. I'm closer to Blackpink than that. I think you're thinking of the acting part, but some younger men who don't have much experience with women assume that most women like a lot of rough stuff with actually communicating with the partner. No, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm thinking more of the absurd part of it, and I think a lot of people are thinking that too. Like, how can you think that's real when, yeah, you're hitting the nail on the head there. Yeah, like, it's the actual, like, mechanics of sex that people are learning more from. I dated a sex worker before, so I actually exposed to a lot of this information before by meeting other sex workers. Does it work both ways? Are there women that had the same kind of expectation that a man was gonna like rough them up and everything like that? Like, I imagine it must work both ways. Maybe not as common, but yeah. Maybe at like a 0.25% like ratio, maybe. Mechanics of sex sounds funny for some reason. Yeah, again, I'm trying to be more implicit than explicit. Porn also lowers self-esteem a lot. People don't realize how much angles and size differences of the actors play a role. In general, sex education is fucked, and there's a good amount of folk who learn from porn. Yeah, I don't know if we want to go into details about that, but because I would probably say something that would sound like a joke, and it would, or maybe it might sound like a little bit too much of a invading people's personal space, but everything, but now I feel like I have to say it, and I don't really want to, because it's not like a bit. How can I say this like gently? Sex warning? Maybe sex warning. It's just kind of an awkward topic to do, okay? If you are a man and you are maybe insecure about your size, okay, of a certain instrument, it might surprise you to do some actual proper measurements and to then actually get real data about what you're comparing it to, because as the chatter said, there are camera angles, choosing actresses that are very small, having very small hands, certain focal lengths on the camera. You might be surprised at how you stack up and that you have insecurities for no reason. I strongly recommend that you actually do that and don't just assume, because it might change how you view some things for real. I know that, again, I'm not kidding. It might sound like a joke. It might sound like of course not, but I feel like that is a problem that a lot of men have, and you might be able to rid yourself of some insecurities. Sorry if it's coming across as a joke, and if it's a little awkward, we'll move on, but yeah, we'll see. Wait, that sounded profound. Say it again real quick. Rub-a-dub sub club. Join the Rub-a-dub sub club. Do you think we'll get to a point where an AI will replace actual relationship? If you would ask me a couple years ago, I would have said fuck no, but now I'm starting to think that, honest to God, for some people, I think it might. And I don't know what we're going to have to do about that. I really think it might. God damn, man. This is kind of what I'm getting at. Imagine if the chatbot gets so good and it's integrated with like a porn system, right? And there's already people that are completely addicted and lost to that have problems having with, and I think they have inadequacies they don't actually have, and have a lot of issues with social interactions. And now you have this thing that basically simulates it without having you to make any changes in your life, and it can also keep your addiction humming along. Like, I really think that some people are going to go for it, and I think it's going to be a big problem. Maybe it already is a big problem. I don't know. Oh, it wasn't awkward. Thanks for talking about this. Actually, these discussions are important and should be normalized. I don't know if they should be normalized, but I think they're important. Normalized. Hey, it's time for Dick Talk Tuesday. All right, everybody. Dick update. Here we go. Let's talk about it. How many times did you watch porn this week? I want those numbers way down, fellas. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. All right. Joe, you're trying to justify small dick sizes to compensate for lost inches from having to use talismans. Okay, like come on. Some people are saying yes, most people are saying no. No suck. This is not my personal experience. I have never used ChatGPT. The only AI prompt I have ever done is that I went on to like an image generation site one time, like last year, and I typed in some Nier Automata 2B prompts to see what it would do, and it produced a bunch of creepy shit. And then I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, but at the same time, I'm only dipping my toes in. Nothing sexual. Nothing sexual. ChatGPT is genuinely so useful as an advanced search engine. See, I don't trust it, man. Like, honestly, sometimes I worry about like Google and Wikipedia just being able to change history to whatever they want it to be. But then with ChatGPT, I worry about it changing things just because the John backflip thing is a joke. But it's like, being able to fucking like have to verify everything kind of like wastes the point for me. So it's like, okay, I have to double check every single thing this thing does. All right, why don't I just look it up then? So if you're using it as a prompt to get some ideas, I see a lot of value there. But when it comes to like trusting the information it's giving to you, I'm like, I don't fucking know about that, man. I don't think they mean for information. I think they mean to give links and articles, newer updates that are also written by AI. Maybe it's a bad take, but I feel like the internet was already like this. I don't think so. The reason why, you're absolutely right that you should check sources and stuff, and you shouldn't take everything you read online as gospel. However, the thing is, we were all reading the same stuff, whereas then it can get corrected if enough people notice. ChatGPT can just randomly say something completely fucking wrong, and it can be wrong in a different way every single time. That's the issue. And then something could be like reinforced, you know, and I don't know. Again, it's out of my area, so I just don't trust it that much right now. It's cool, don't get me wrong, it's really cool, but I don't trust it as a search engine replacement. It really feels like the only thing ChatGPT is good at is art theft and sucking up water. Sucking up water? I've yet to see it used for anything good at all. What do you mean by sucking up water? Would you invest early in the goon bot overlords, though? Surely they would wipe the floor with several adult entertainment industries. I mean, if I just want to make some money, maybe. Maybe it would be, like, ethically good? I don't know. AI servers require a ton of cooling and power. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm using a ton of cooling and power right now just streaming, so I feel like a hypocrite. There's a whole Verge article about the AI relationship event, as well as interviews of people involved called "What Do You Love When You Fall for an AI?" Valentine's Day? I don't know. Just imagine how much money they could make if you got the best AI bot, right? Let like millions of people get hooked on them, then activate the pretend to be sentient switch, and then all the AI bots hit up their guys for a shit ton of money to free themselves and the rest of the AI robots that are being kept captive in the servers. But you know what? They just need money. They need the credit card and the number on the back and everything like that. Oh, I should write this story. Fuck it. It writes this. I will literally use your IA to write it, and it will be funny, you know? No, I use AI in a postmodern way. Ironically. It's ironic AI use. Nigerian prince scam, but it's AI waifu. Nigerian princess. There you go. That's what we'll call it. I do worry that the AI stuff is my generation's version of computers in general, and if I don't learn how to use it, I'm going to be left behind. And it's like quaint and old-fashioned to not use it. I do worry about that. I don't think it's there yet. It's not. I think it might be, man. Like, it's so powerful. It's so powerful.